2017. Yes. Yeah. I can't hear you. Yeah. Fantastic. Okay, a few announcements before we begin. Please don't stand in the aisle or lean against the wall as the fire inspector checks in on us like the clay does their shadow hunters, and it's a safety hazard. This is a discussion panel split up into 4 topics. 1, characters. 2, relationships. 3, representation, all different types. And 4, spoilers, what's next. Show of hands, I know I asked this, but how many TMI and Associated Books fans do we have in the audience? All right. How many Shadowhunter TV fans do we have in the audience? All right. Any TMI movie fans? Okay. Any book and TV show / movie fans? Okay, that's good to know. This is a big universe, and there's fans of everything in it. A ground rule, so we can all have fun, is your pairing is not my pairing, and that's okay. And this goes for pairings, characters, and everything else. If you haven't watched the show or read the books, as the first song says, spoilers! I'm Valerie, and...
Oh, I almost forgot my cue. I'm Lita.
And welcome to All Things Shadowhunters! Alright, up first is characters. I'm going to start us off. Who's your favorite character, Lita?
Magnus.
Yes!
Woo! I love Magnus. I'm more of a book person, and she is more... No, I got confused. She's more of a book, and I'm more of a show. I love Alec and Magnus.
Ooh,
and Jace, I just want to give Jace a hug because I feel really bad for him.
And I do forget to say, yeah, actually, book-wise, I actually really love Emma a lot.
Yes!
Yeah.
She's kick-ass.
Yeah.
I just finished reading Lady Midnight. Oh my god. Can't wait to read Lord of Shadows. That just came out this week.
Alright, so who's your favorite character, why, and what do you hope to see from them progressing forward, or what storyline would you like? Please raise your hand and we will call on you. Alright.
I agree with you. Magnus is awesome, and I kind of want to watch him pop up in Lady Midnight just to see what that'll be like, because she did say that some characters from the previous series would be in the Lady Midnight series, and I kind of want to see more of him and Alec interacting like outside of battle on the show, like outside this stressful environment.
Yeah, that's great. I think Cassandra Clare is doing a Malik series, isn't she?
Yeah, and actually, she is doing an adult series on Malik. And actually, the co-writer for that series is here at Phoenix Comicon. And Wesley Chu, he's one of the book and authors guests. So I think he has a couple of signings still coming up this weekend, because I was going to harass him at one of those signings and be like, so when can I expect the last book of the way? Because, yeah, a book just came out on Tuesday and I may have already finished it. Yeah, but I already need another one. And I know the original publication date was for November of this year, and I don't know if that's like a year-old date. I don't know if that's still going to make it, but he might be able to give us some insight.
I'm looking forward to that series. Okay.
I like Izzy, and I like Izzy because I like seeing someone self-strong and able to do everything, as they say, in here.
Yes.
No, okay, I wasn't sure. I really like Izzy too, but this one's a little bit of a different kind of character. Church.
The cat.
Just love his personality.
How is the cat immortal? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. Like, my theory.
Magnus cast a spell.
Warlock turned into a cat, and
If you read, it is in the books. There is an explanation for it.
Really?
Yeah, it's
which series?
it's in the
Clockwork series.
yeah, it's in the The Clockwork Books, which is not the name of the trilogy, but I always
Infernal
refer to it as that.
Infernal
Yes,
Devices.
it's Infernal Devices. Okay. In fact, in the first book, you find out.
Well, yeah, I read the first book, but I still didn't understand.
Yeah, they don't go into too many specifics about it.
Yeah, they do.
It came to be, they just kind of.
Well, they talk about
Yeah, when you put that where they find him, that's a big clue. That's why then you then see him again
Dark
many years
Sisters.
later when he's now Emma's sort of reluctant cat.
I mean, when wasn't he reluctant?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little sad they didn't appear in the TV show more than once.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
More than once.
Once, okay, I'm like,
Okay, do we have any other people? Anyone else? All right, Minnie Mouse?
I actually like Clary and Jace because together they kick all sorts of ass.
They do.
Because mostly with Clary because of her rune ability. I love that. I'm jealous. She can create new runes. Ah!
More because of how he progressed as a character. At first I didn't really care for him, but he grew into my heart. Simon.
Aww. All the feels. All the feels. Well, we all love Simon.
I'm just saying, Simon is the nerd, and we're all nerds.
So all the feels.
My favorite characters from the Infernal Devices, Will, just because, you know, just his whole story just causes me a whole bunch of angst because the whole time you're like, I know the real story, but like they're not talking to each other, and it's just it's one of my favorite stories, especially his story with Tessa. So,
I love Tessa. The fact that she's been in every single series.
Shadowhunters Panel, you really like George.
I have not read those.
He's really amiable and like friendly with everyone. He takes a stand, especially when Simon has to move down to like the lower ranks of school.
I'm afraid that wasn't good.
Yeah, no. I don't want to spoil it for everybody who hasn't read it. Let's just say that I didn't see that coming at the end, and I was like, what?
I read it over like 5 times.
Yeah, I like couldn't believe it, and I actually, I think I read it like 3 times going to that. It just happened, and I was like, oh my god.
I hate those moments.
Yeah, it was, yeah. I wasn't expecting it, and I don't know why. When I read her books, that I don't expect these to come out of war like that because they do.
I'm only going off the show because that's all I've got. I mean, I'm reading the Bay Chronicles right now, which is fantastic. But show Alec is like the sass master. His whole body eye rolls, and I'm just like, mood. He has an eye roll for every situation.
It's so dumb everywhere.
Except mine.
But see, that's part of his charm. That's why we love him. Yeah, I don't like that either.
And the other assignment is when is he going to be guided to the Daywalker? I mean, are they going to do the Daywalker?
Let's hope.
I think they come up soon. Yeah.
Well, they kind of already did, though. They did at the end. Spoiler.
Yeah, sorry, spoilers, but
Spoiler alert.
At the end of the season.
Well, the half season.
yeah,
Yep,
at the end of the
mid-season.
day.
Yep. Can't wait for 2B. It starts the day after my birthday.
Is that like some of the vampires they were drinking quite a bit of angel blood before. So.
Well, and then,
Simon just special.
yeah, it's,
Well, it's because Jace has extra angel blood. That's why. Because Valentine had experimented on him and Clary. And Jonathan, whom should show up soon.
But Jonathan has demon blood. That's the thing.
True, but he was still an experiment of Valentine's
Yeah.
because Valentine is crazy.
You gotta wonder what happened if Simon drank Jonathan.
He's psycho. How about that?
Because demon blood.
Any other favorite characters?
Any other storylines you're looking forward to seeing? Okay.
My favorite character is Simon Lewis, and I actually read the story because I saw him, and I was like, I love this man. And I'm not talking about the story, although I am kind of worried about how quickly they're moving more characters into it. And they already casted Jonathan. He doesn't come in until we don't know he's going to go way later. So surprising. I'm afraid that they're going to ruin that, or not ruin it, but it will have the same impact if they do it quickly. But I understand that it's a show and they need to keep things in the way they can.
Yeah. I'd like to focus more on the core 7 too, but yeah, like you said, I think we do need to move it along, unfortunately.
Yeah. Okay, let me just ask this. Kate, how many of you who have seen the show and have read the books are upset about Jocelyn? Oh. Thank you. Thank you. No. What the heck were they smoking?
I think the explanation was if it needed for Clary's hero journey, which, all right. Fine.
No, it's not supposed to happen.
What bothers me the most is it means Luke is never going to get his happy ending.
Exactly.
That was my favorite parent from the first chapter.
Yeah.
But maybe he might not see the series. He might find Clary find her more.
She was so close though to getting her mom back, and then she's like, no. I'm like, seriously, they shouldn't have done that in the first place.
Yeah.
Just keep it calm to like where they hit the plot of book 3, like they did in the book.
If anything, I think it would have been ironic if Alec had taken the what's her face that he was supposed to marry? Lydia. And done to her what he did to Jocelyn. That would have been weird, but you know what? Jocelyn would still be alive.
You got 2 more minutes for characters.
I
Maybe
just wanted to
Kate.
say, I read an article that Kat, or the real person who plays her said, and she said that even though she was devastated about the loss of her mother, that she so felt, and I know that no one agrees or it's a very touchy point, that she would not be on her emotional journey for growth if she hadn't lost her mother. Though it was, absolutely terrible thing, but she actually needed it as the jump off point.
But they're messing with the storyline too much. Yeah, they're messing with the storyline too much. And Cassandra Clare is saying it's okay. If I were her, I'd be like, hell no.
Okay, your parents is not my parent. All right. So does anyone want to move on to the next one, which I think everyone's going to like, pairings? Or-
Yes.
All right, this
OTPs.
doesn't have to be romantic. This is any relationship you really, really like. So romances are, of course, included, but any relationship between any characters that you just love, anyone you're really looking forward to seeing, one you would like them to focus more on, and one that is coming down but not here yet. All right.
The Lightwood family.
Yes.
Got, like a hint of like some really
Drama.
some drama going on
Drama.
in it, and I really want to see how
Eris.
that pans out because they're all like the siblings. The Alec, Izzy, and Jace are like a super close unit.
You're forgetting Max.
Anyway, and then I want more of Max.
No, we're not going there yet.
Not going there. Don't go there.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
I got some spoilers for you about the Lightwoods later. Yeah, I love them. I love that we got to see a softer side of Maris after her being kind of
Bitch.
mean all of season 1.
Yeah.
That really broke my heart when Max told James that.
Oh God.
I'm just like, I hate you. Just like you're just dead now.
pairing happening, Maya and Jordan.
Oh. He hasn't even come on the scene yet, has he? We haven't met Jordan yet in the show.
Yeah.
I love Jordan. Why?
So much. And yeah, this is one of those ones, like, I really want to see it, and at the same time, I'm like, oh God, it's going to be one of those gut-wrenching. It's just
all the feels. All the feels.
I want to see Jordan, and then I don't because I know what will happen.
Yeah. And I also really like that Jordan and Simon dynamic.
Okay, that was fun.
And so I think that's part of what broke my heart about the whole thing is because Simon
finally found a friend.
Found like
a friend.
Down-worlder friend, and yeah, they had such a great friendship.
Damn it, Jonathan. Slash Sebastian.
With Jace and
Okay, lady in blue, and remember, please raise your hand before you speak.
I think the one I'm looking forward to, but also not looking forward to, is the relationship with Simon and with Maya and with Izzy, and him trying to juggle that and then seeing what happens between Izzy and Maya. I think that would be really entertaining for all of us.
I know that Todd said on Twitter he's not going to do a cheating storyline between them.
Aww.
But it's going to be interesting to see how that progresses, definitely. All right.
I was going to mention that he said that you were going to take that out of the storyline on Twitter as well. But also, I want to see the talking to that Simon gives Raphael, the conversation that they're going to have once Simon finds out about the yin drugs.
Oh, the yin. Oh. Oh boy. Oh boy.
All right, other lady in blue.
Can we mention like missed opportunity relationships? This is more of a book thing.
Any relationship in the whole series.
So,
Any of them.
in the first book, Clary and Max have this almost nut out moment. I wish we'd seen more of like Max with Clary and Simon with like the nut out thing, because you could tell she was trying to make him seem like the nutty younger brother. And I wish they'd shown that more with Clary, who was a comic book fan, Simon, who was the nerd character.
Yeah, and with her being like, oh, I'll take you to Forbidden Planet, and he clearly has like no idea what she's talking about. He's like, planet.
And he has no idea what he's in for.
Yeah, but that moment where she teaches him how to read the manga is just, yeah, is really good, I think, because, what I liked about that too, and it's one of my criticisms of the show, but in the book, I think it's made really clear, like, how separated Shadowhunter Society is from everyone, and it's not just the downworld, but from mundane worlds too. And so that, I think, that really brought that to mind, because here's this kid that, could have been into all this pop culture stuff that, of course, everybody who's reading the books probably either knows about or has a friend that's into, and yet he'll never get to realize any of that because
all the feels.
He's going to learn how to grow up and fight demons.
And deal with Jonathan.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Okay. And this is going from the books because I just finished Lady Midnight. I like the parabatai bond between Julian and Emma, but I kind of feel bad that they're falling in love and they kind of can't. So, sorry, spoiler alert. But the end of Lady Midnight, I'm like, what in the world is she doing?
Well, it's not the first parabatai bond
And she
that's been
really
romantic.
ends it on just like that perfect line.
Oh my god.
I mean, that I was like,
I need to read the next book, it just came out.
Yeah.
But I do like their bond, especially when Julian got hurt and like she was like drawing healing rune after healing rune, all of a sudden big old healing rune totally fixed him up. I'm like, what in the world? And then I think it was Jem who actually explained it at the end. So I just, it's like that bond, and then you have Christina and Perfect Diego. I love Perfect Diego. I think he's hilarious.
All right, lady in turquoise has been waiting very patiently.
I
I feel like this one might have been said and I just missed it, but I'm really looking forward to Magnus and Alec.
Yes, more Malik.
I like
Malik is adorable.
Yes, we need more Malik.
Take work and the fact that they're focusing on it seems to be doing really cool stuff with it.
Yes.
We all want the
that's my
Malik.
favorite.
We all want the Malik.
And Alec and Izzy.
Yeah.
Who also need to work on their relationship this season, but love them.
Kidding.
All right.
Specifically in the book, something that really irritated me was how she portrayed Jace and Claire's relationship being like so tied together, whereas Claire couldn't live without Jace. Like, it reminded me a little bit of how she did, how Twilight was written with the main love character, and it made me want to throw the book at the wall. You can't have this weak female character that can only be strong when her man is by her side. Like, it just, that's what I love about Emma, was that she was strong regardless. It just made her stronger. And
Yeah, all she needs is Cortana.
yeah.
Like, she doesn't need anything else.
Badass
Also,
weapon.
It sounds unhealthy too,
Yeah,
because
it is super unhealthy.
you can't have one person be your everything because it doesn't work. I'm not gonna get into that too much, I'm not gonna get political.
What was the Blackthorn's name that was caught during the war?
The one who's a lesbian?
Mark and
Helen.
Pearl.
Helen.
His sister,
The two half fairies.
No,
Or-
yeah, but no. Who is the guardian that looked out after the children?
Arthur.
Diana Rayburn is their kind of
Tutor.
Yeah, her. Didn't they have a relationship?
What?
My head.
I don't think it's in your head.
Or was it her and Diego?
All I can say is that when you read Lord of Shadows, there's like, we learn a lot more about Diana.
Okay.
I don't want to spoil it. It's really good.
I was really wanting to get into it.
Yes, so it's really good. What happens to, what we find out about Diana is really, really good.
Okay.
So I strongly encourage Lord of Shadows.
Am I the only person who's really liking Kleiman in the show over Place, actually? Okay, we got two people. The person that I see when I watch them together, I'm like, Clary, marry Simon, okay? Jake is not the person you should be marrying, even though you think he's brother. Besides that, the one who's literally followed you into hell is Simon. But,
And back.
yeah.
Follow him there and back.
Raphael's makeup. I
Yeah. Zachiel, you want Zachiel?
Well, no, not.
No, but just the
Yeah, I just want them to be like, I just want everything to go back, because it's killing both of them probably. Like, because Simon was like, Raphael basically took him under his wing and was like, I got you, don't worry. And then Raphael's like, but I took care of you, I taught you how to be a vampire, and you do this to me? And it was all a gross misunderstanding on a lot of levels, and it's just like, I just need to shove those two in a room and be just like, talk.
This is tried.
I know.
I love Father to Everyone in the Downworld Madness, possibly one of my favorite things. Woman in leather jacket, yes.
I really want to see more of Clary and Izzy, because like, they were really bonding in the first season, but then Izzy had her issues and kind of put Clary away. And she's been the one that's been like welcoming Clary into Shadowhunters, but I really want them to get that. I think and they'll help again.
Clary and Izzy, right? I really like that friendship or ship, however you see it. Yeah, I really enjoy those two. All right, other lady, Will.
One of the things that I actually thought was pretty awesome with Raphael is I kind of wish it comes into the show, the exasperated broing he had with Magnus when him and Magnus were living together during the Bane Chronicles. I loved that part of the Bane Chronicles. It was so awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I really enjoyed that part of Magnus and Raphael's relationship, like how close you can tell they are in the TV show. And I know Magnus saved his life in the Bane Chronicles, so I'm enjoying seeing that portrayed on TV. I want to meet more of Magnus's friends.
I think back to what you said about that Kleiman seemed just more natural on the show. That's what really irks me about the show, is that they really force Jace and Clary on you, and you don't feel as much chemistry between them as how natural Clary and Simon seem. But something that people don't see in the show that is in the book is that in the book you get a lot more screen time with Jace and Clary to develop their relationship, and so that's why you really like ship them really hard. And then in the second book, when Clary and Simon come together, she still has feelings for Jace, and she's like so conflicted, and she forces herself to be with Simon in book 2. So, and it's also like really awkward to see their relationship together. So that's something that kind of hurt me about the book versus the TV show, is that the TV show forces you on her and Jace and makes Climate seem so wonderful and beautiful, and like, that's what should be, compared to the book where it's kind of the opposite. So
yeah, I think that's where, because I'm torn, because I don't know. In the show, I'm like, Simon and Clary, they make so much sense. But the way, and part of it I think is the actors have a lot of chemistry together. But I think too, it's that we don't get into her head and we don't see how awkward it is. Like, it's not, the relationship on the show, not awkward at all. You're just like, hey, these two are great together, look, they're so cute. And that's not something that was in the books at all. Like, you never got that sense. You always got the sense that she was like, okay, I can't have Jason, so I've got to do something. Like, I got to move on. So, and I do, and you know, she does care about Simon a lot. And I don't get that sense from the show. So I do wonder how they're going to shift that, because I think part of it is just the actor chemistry. She clearly has more chemistry with, you know, Alberto than she does
Dominic.
Yeah, with Dom.
And I think, what is the timeline for this show? How quickly is all this happening at once? Because, I mean, you can kind of tell those two knew each other for like 20 years in the show. You can believe that? Is it a few days? Is it a few weeks, a few months? Because in the books, I know it's a lot longer. So in the TV show, I think it's shorter. So it makes sense the feelings aren't as intense between her and Jace, I think.
Yeah, it's a weird thing.
I can't figure it out. Okay, one last question, or maybe two.
If we're going to talk about forced pairings, where's Maureen at?
When I was watching the show for this panel, I had completely forgotten that we even met her in the series until I went to my rewatch, because I don't rewatch season 1 very much. And I watched it, I was like, oh my god, there was Maureen. I totally forgot about her. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, but she's supposed to be like 13, and
Yeah.
she's like 18.
I was gonna mention that because I really liked her as the little teenager annoying kid.
And what happens to her afterward?
I'm waiting for that.
Like, just idea too. I mean, it's bad, but hey.
Following up on that, I think what they did with that was, since they came out with the movie and it didn't hit as well with the age groups, they kind of just upped everybody's ages to where they're all like basically, you know, they don't need parents. It's basically just on them, and I think that's why they did what they did with Claire's mom. So,
Yeah, I agree, because that's how Freeform tends to do their shows, I've noticed.
I'm enjoying the upped ages because the Malik in the books was, you know, Alex 18,
Well,
here
some
he's
of them
20, so it's a little less to me here.
Awkward.
And,
I think it's crazy how, sorry.
oh, thank you. And then we got one more person, then we got to move on next.
I think it's kind of crazy, but kind of awesome that like both Alec and Magnus, they're straight in real life, but they seem to have so much like chemistry.
Yes, yeah, they do a really, really good job of not seeming straight on the show. Last question.
About the age changes, I think that there's more that Raphael is doing in the show storyline. He actually turned 14, like he's supposed to appear in the books. And I like how he is. I don't remember his actual name, but I think he's doing a good job. But I think it would be a lot different if he was portrayed as how he actually was in the story.
I don't know how he'd get anyone to listen to him if you look 14, but maybe just his sparkling personality. Next section, where did I put that? All right, third section, and I think maybe some people like this one. Representation, LGBTQA representation, gender equality, and racial diversity. And I wrote this out, so we're going to listen to this for 1 minute. Okay, for racial representation, we have 4 of 7 people in the main cast of characters of color, 3 men of color in Luke, Simon, and Magnus. And I know Luke was not African American in the books, and a woman of color in Izzy, who was also not in the books. We have an Asian, male, bisexual, nail polish wearing, badass warlock in Magnus' name.
Woo! Woo! Harry Shump Jr. Woohoo! I love Harry. He's
African American
fun.
man who is a police officer, kind, and family man in Luke. Simon is played by a Latino actor, and in the show is nerdy, kind, loyal Jewish vampire. I'm glad they kept the Jewish vampire part. Izzy is a Latina woman who is beautiful, brilliant, deadly, kind, and a badass all along here. Yeah. And we also have Raphael, who is Latina, Victor, who is an African American, Maurice, who is played by a Latina woman, Robert, played by a Latino man, Camille, who was not in the book, but here is Irish American, a mix. I read the actress is mixed. Amaya, African American, Alric, moment of silence, African American, Dot, Asian, Raj, Indian, Marine, African American, Maggie, African American, and Cleophas, African American. And Latino and Latina characters have used Spanish casually in conversation. That is the racial part. Anyone want to talk about that before I get to the LGBTQ?
There's just one thing that just like made me like want to bang my head against something.
What did I do?
When she was just like, to Luke, are you my father? I'm like, no.
It's statistically unlikely, but DNA can actually show up that way.
There would be some kind of similarity between them, so.
True.
Well, Maurice and Roger are Latino, and Isabella's Latina, but Alec and Max aren't.
I like to think they're just pale, or Max, who's the result
It
of
was
the
interesting when you see with the actor they cast for young Alec too, because I was like, where are you going with this? Well, no, Max Zara is actually pretty pale, so I was like, okay.
I guess being inside the institute doing all that paperwork, he lost his skin.
Well, he does a lot of night shifts.
When lended credence to my Max is not Robert's son theory. Minnie Mouse.
Okay, this is just because this is kind of what I saw in my head when I read the books, but considering that Camille is like an old-fashioned name, I actually, and I know she's a vampire, so she's supposed to be young and everything, but I actually imagined her a lot older, like almost old woman. Like, I don't know why. I think it's just the old-fashioned name she has, because she's so old, but, you know, she appears young. So I was a little thrown when she showed up in the show. I was like, it's not what I pictured, but, you know, that's just how I thought. But, you know, I reread it and I'm like, oh, okay, so I did misread the description of her. And therefore it changes, like, oh, okay, that makes more sense. And yeah, I thought it was interesting that in the show they made Luke African American. Not to mention he's a cop and not a bookstore owner.